Hey everyone, it's Stephanie Brown. Welcome to my channel, Stephanie Squared. I'm back. It's another Thursday, another opportunity for art career updates in 15 minutes or less. All right, so let's pop up the notes here. I don't have too much to share, um, which is kind of a good thing. I think I shared last time that I was slowing down on applications. I have stayed true to that. I think since last week's episode, one thing popped up that I'm going to be applying to. That's just a super exception. But yeah, things are going. New news that just happened. They just went public. I found out about this a little while ago, but I couldn't share it yet. But I did land a second art residency for next year. 2026 will actually be at Log Haven, which is in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be doing that next summer. So they just announced that on their website. I finally landed a contract gig. It's nothing serious. It's nothing massive. But if you've been following along, it's been a journey. And cash flow has definitely been a really serious thing. So I'm grateful for every little bit. Um, I think since we're already November, I'm on month 4 of full time self employment. I've had lots of small gigs come in here or there. I just had the honor of photographing actually my son's music teacher who is performing at Eddie's Attic at the end of this month. She's an incredible singer. She's also my choir director, and she needed some new portraits for this upcoming competition. So I got to do that for her, and that was a really nice, spontaneous thing. And it also reminded me like how much I miss just doing fun portraiture in the studio. I haven't done that in a long time. So if you want to play, hit me up. Let's get into the studio. I'm finding that like I'm not relearning, but I think just getting like more comfortable with shooting to shoot again. And that feels really good. So I appreciate the opportunities to do it, especially the paid ones. But either way, let's play, let's get together and reach out. What else do we have new? Looking at my list here, new YouTube videos. So my installation that I have up, Swinging into Reality, is up at Gillies Brew Bar in downtown Stone Mountain or Stone Mountain Village, depending on how you know it. And that's going to be up for a limited time. When it comes down is kind of like a question mark, but it'll be spontaneous, just as spontaneous as it went up. And I've been working on a YouTube video that's documenting the behind the scenes of it. So I started a new series called Behind the Art, where I plan on like diving deeper into all the different bodies of works that I've made. And I'm kind of working backwards and starting with this piece because it's the next thing that's going to come down. And then I'll jump into the work that's in Jamaica as well that I want to be able to dive deeper into. But if you're not following me on YouTube, please subscribe. I've got thousands of followers on Instagram and even more on LinkedIn. And I'd love to pull that community over to YouTube. So please take a couple seconds. If you're not watching this update on YouTube, find me on YouTube under Stephanie Squared and subscribe. That'd be awesome. Okay, upcoming or ongoing projects, I should say. So I'm still doing business development stuff. I'm working with a couple mentors around business development. I've been restructuring all this year. I think I've been restructuring my business. And the structure is set. Now I'm kind of moving into like execution mode. I got to connect with a really dear friend of mine who's like a me, but not me, if that makes sense. And the same type of work around operations and organizational stuff that I do for other people in their businesses, I've had the opportunity of getting to do that with this friend of mine who's a me. And when you're so close to it, it's helpful to have a like minded person, someone who's just as skilled, if not more, really come in and help you, show you your blind spots. So I really feel like I have some new call to actions with my business, some areas that I'm like leaning into for the end of the year. I'm really wanting to, I mentioned this before, I'm wanting to, how do I slow down, but still contain or still keep up the momentum? And I'm finding that the best way for me to slow down, but still maintain the momentum is really focus on my low hanging fruit, but also really focus on like what my spirit's like calling me towards the most. And I've had a lot of really great opportunities to continue more art, entrepreneurship conversations, and consulting and support. So I'm really leaning into that. Really leaning into whether it's individuals, students, collegiate spaces. I'm really leaning into that, and it's been really fulfilling. I think the thing that I'm trying to remind myself of is I just have to keep moving. Even if no one's watching, even if no one's responding, I just have to keep moving because I'm building an archive, I'm building a foundation, I'm building my sustainability. And that's what that looks like. And oftentimes I'm finding that even when it's isolating, like I just have to keep rolling. Um, so yeah, so I'm thinking about how I'm going to share that. I'm actually going to lean more on my LinkedIn profile and my YouTube for sharing more of the art entrepreneurial stuff, because I'm finding that my audience is really professors. So that's the route that I'm going to go in terms of sharing that. Um, all right. So that's it in terms of what's coming up and what's ongoing. I think on the fun side, I'm finishing a book, which is great. Haven't read, listened. I do audiobooks. But I'm just finishing Shonda Rhimes' 10th year edition of The Year of Yes. And I think I literally have like 50 minutes left, and then I'll be done with that book. But that book's been so rewarding for me. If you've not read it, I highly recommend. I think some type of blog post is definitely going to come from it. Also, happy to like address anyone's questions around it. But I think this year I've had my own year of yes without even thinking about it. I think that when Shonda Rhimes is referring to saying yes, well, if you're not aware, she essentially just started this experiment where all the things that she would normally say no to, she was saying yes to. And that was her challenging the awkward social anxiety type of personality that she had. And then that kind of blossomed into her saying yes, becoming a metaphor of a way of her choosing herself, and going beyond just choosing the things that scared her. And this year, I've definitely been doing all of the things that scare me. And I'm trying to continue to lean into doing all the things that scare me. And I'm also thinking about what are the things, like, why am I afraid of that thing? And what happens when it's finally done and out the way? So every time I do something that scares me or that worried me, it is really like a load off. But coming off of this book, it has me thinking of writing. It has me thinking of like being in a more methodical space. It has me thinking about um, how do I want to move into this next year. I'm also not waiting for 2026 to do anything different. I'm, applying and shifting and pivoting as needed as the ideas come and the opportunities come. I'm just in such a strange season, and it's been exhausting. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but I still feel hopeful. I still feel optimistic. And this recent acquisition of a short-term contract gig, it's just another bridge. I just feel like every small opportunity, every photo shoot, every art sale, um, every email I get saying like, hey Stephanie, I want to hire you to do this. Hey Stephanie, can you consult on this? Like, all of those things are reminders that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that I have something of value to offer, that I have something that other people are interested in paying for. and I just have to keep going. So every little opportunity, they're bridges. They're bridges that allow me to continue doing what I love. So here's to the bridges and continuing to find more and more bridges. And yeah, I'm going to end it there for now. That's all the updates I have. Can't believe it's been another week. As I'm getting more consistent with these, it feels like the weeks are going by faster. But yeah, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, you know where to find me. Message me, leave a comment below. And yeah, let's get connected in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night.